Marcus, congratulations. You are February's 1000 DOK Star winner. So what sparked the idea to do a thoughtfully orchestrated act of kindness on Valentine's Day?
I had been going through every emotion recently, praying and fasting to myself and saying, you know what, I want to do something that's bigger than me, because I feel like that's what we're on this earth to do anyways. So I say that to say I want it to be a blessing to the human race, and
Walk me through the process. So how did you pull off this act of kindness?
one thing in Tupelo, Mississippi that I've seen throughout the years is the homeless culture growing at an alarming rate. And it's disheartening. In Tupelo, Mississippi, you have 3 Walmarts, one on North Gloucester, one on West Main, and one right in the middle between the two. And behind that Walmart is the Salvation Army. So that's the one I go to the most. I pass through there the most. You see that type of environment. You see some of the people, walking maybe to the Salvation Army and stuff like that. And after I came across that idea, I had everybody came and, dipped out of their pockets, bought the food and bought so many resources just to make it come together. It was really a blessing, because I didn't even know if the Salvation Army was going to let me do that. I didn't know if they had a commercial kitchen to do that. So I was going to cook those 100 meals in my regular 4-eye stove, kitchen. And I had it planned out. And it's like, the way got easier every time I trusted myself and trusted God to walk it. It just got easier and easier got up to the point that day I was literally in that kitchen sweating bullets cooking that food. And staff came in and I was like, look, I know you say you're going to cook 100 meals, but obviously you need a little help. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to cook it, prep it. So they were helping me. Okay, the noodles are done. Take those off. The vegetables are done. And, it was such a team effort from people I didn't know and people I didn't know. It really restored faith in me, in humanity, because as much as it's disheartening to see the world in that way, and maybe people you feel like investing in it, soon as you step up to do an act of kindness, it leads to a chain reaction of people stepping up,
Where'd you get the funds? Did it come out of pocket?
No. So I started a GoFundMe. I said, you know what? I'm going to put $500. And at first we also thought we were only feeding 50 people. And when we got in touch with the Salvation Army, it was like, well, actually we have about 100, so that doubled what I needed, to do. And so we started the GoFundMe. I didn't change the goal. We kept it at 500 and we matched 500. And like I said, a lot of people said, hey, I got a $30 Walmart gift card. Hey, I could do you a Walmart pickup this morning, the morning before. So it was like everyone came together and it was just a beautiful thing.
What is one thing you've learned from this project?
You can't expect everyone to support you when you're doing a good deed. You can't expect everyone to have the same heart you do, but you do have to expect to lead by example.
Right. You hit the nail on the head. Kindness takes efforts.
Yeah.
And people will get involved, but you need to lead by example.
That is correct.
You want to see you put in the work. And the fact that in your case, you had a goal, right? I need to raise $500 so I can make Valentine's Day even more special for the homeless people here in my hometown. And this is what I'm going to use the money for. When it's something that clear, people are going to jump in, whether they're going to donate their time or their hard-earned money. Everyone wants to be a part of a positive event.
Right? That is correct.
Whether you're doing it or you're witnessing it, I think we all feel the effects. So
correct.
What does kindness mean to you?
Kindness is mandatory where I'm from. And where I'm from, I'm basically speaking of my mother and my grandmother, because, when I was growing up, once again, it was beat into me that you treat everybody with the same level of respect, the same love, the same admiration. It doesn't matter if it's the janitor. It doesn't matter if it's the CEO. And I think kindness is a definition of love for me.
Do you have any advice for anyone who wants to start performing more acts of kindness in their everyday life?
I say get out and do it. Don't be afraid of what people will think of you. Don't be afraid of what you will or won't achieve. Understand that you taking the first step to do this is achieving everything that you need to off rip. Everything else is just a cherry on top. Those smiles, being able to see it in real time, but you making that extra effort to use the golden rule, do unto others as you would want those to do unto you. It could start with not even buying somebody something, but issuing a prayer if you have it, issuing a fresh pair of socks if you can afford $4 or $5 to go to Dollar General and hand it out. It doesn't have to be on such a grand scale where you feel like you're accomplished, because reaching one is just like reaching 1,000,